friends.
Oh, we're doing this again.
It's time for the spectacular.
Oh, I'm excited.
A jumbo series of live shows.
Cool.
With guests whom you all know.
We sure do.
We got all you need in the TVCO app, which is free. We're talking everyday life with BB alums, old school, new school. It's all epic fun. So let's get started, friends, because us three got a lot to discuss.
We do.
It's time to enjoy the show.
It is.
Let's see who'll be joining us.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Guess who's enjoying the intro?
Hooray!
It's me, and I'm sorry, Nicole, I tried for you, but we got guests. We gotta start the show. Go, Nicole, start the show. Start it now. Hello, friends.
Hello, everybody, and Eric.
Yes, hello, everyone, and Nicole.
Yes. All right.
Yay!
So happy and happy with Nicole right now. We love her so much.
We do love Nicole.
Not forget that.
We could never forget our love for Nicole, just like people shouldn't forget wherever you guys are watching this show. Make sure that you follow, like, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, give it a like. If you're on Twitter, give it a share and a like. As a matter of fact, wherever you are, you can go ahead and share the shows. And you can even do it after the fact with all of our shows. It's a really great way to help support us for free. Of course, if you're listening back on your favorite podcast provider, what should they do then, Nicole?
I know what they should do because I remember things, and that is they should give everything a 5-star rating and a nice review, as well as share it with all of your favorite people that also listen to podcasts.
I mean, we don't need to push you into a 5-star rating. If you don't feel it's 5-star rating worthy, I don't know what's wrong with you, but then you don't have to leave a rating.
That's true.
You don't have to, we're not forcing you to do that, but it does help. Of course, if you've missed any of our previous shows, you can check them out over at hellofriendspod.com. Well, that's where the show notes for the shows are. I've been seeing a lot of people saying on social media lately, hey, we know that you did a show with Janelle, or we know that you did a show with Derek. And we're having trouble finding them. If you just go over to hellofriendspod.com, you can find them super easily, and it'll link you right back into the TVCO app, exactly where the show is. And then you can watch it, because a lot of our content for the last 2 years has just been in the TVCO app, which we highly recommend that you download, because it's the chat that we're in right now.
Yeah, but we love this chat, and this chat's being so nice about my hair and everything. Wow.
I know. I feel like we need to talk about your hair, but first,
my hair.
No, I feel like we have to talk about the other part first. We have to.
Okay.
So, I mean, here's the deal, everybody. Nicole kept saying, Monday, Monday's the new plan. Monday's the new show. It's Monday, fun day. We're kicking off everything on Monday. And then I was setting up for it all today. And you know what I realized, oddly enough, is that today was not Monday the 23rd.
Listen, but I've been going through a lot, with COVID and Big Brother. I have no sense of days. You can't rely on me for days, okay? And I should have known, because I'm like, oh, Monday, Thanksgiving's coming. Monday, Thanksgiving's coming. This week is not Thanksgiving. Silly.
So the moral of the story is we are going to be filling you guys in a little bit, maybe each day. I thought that would be a fun way that we could do it, is maybe we'll give people a little bit of teasers about things, and then starting next Monday. So we're still here, by the way. Yes. Don't be confused. This is the podcast. Welcome back. It is back on 5 days a week. So you can join us every single day. I see people saying, who's the guest today? You guys will know when there's a guest. We will share it on our social medias ahead of time, but we're back. We're back to doing the podcast 5 days a week. So consider this like you all getting to be part of the podcast. And there are ways for you to be a part of them. More on that soon on this show. I'm not even making you wait. We're gonna do some fun things on the show.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
So I mean, I feel like we need to know about the hair
Okay.
because I mean, for somebody that controls everything you do, I was not consulted about this hair color choice. I was not asked permission. I was nothing. You just
I
went rogue and you dyed your hair black and you had no consideration for your co-host.
Nope. I'm rebelling currently.
Well,
I'm
you're
in a rebellious stage.
clearly you're being totally emo.
Yes, I'm slowly but surely. All of a sudden, the makeup's gonna change. Like powder my face. Like I'm gonna have one bang that just comes down the front. Gonna be angsty.
You've always had angsty on lock, so you've always had angsty on lock. Uh,
But I want to change. Change is good.
So is that what it was? It was just, I mean, I think when people go like, ooh, I want to change my hair, and someone like you, where your hair was red, they might go to a light brown, or they might go to like a blonde, or they might just put highlights in. I feel like when people dye their hair black, they're trying to make a statement, or you're going through something. Are you going through something?
All going through some things. Here's the thing. I
Yeah.
already had many of colors. I've had my brunette, blonde, platinum. I'm not a fan of highlights. That's just I like them on other people, but for myself, I have OCD. I like one color. I don't like
Mhm.
the stripy look. That's just not my thing. So prior to Big Brother, I had a lot of different lengths, a lot of different colors. I've had purple, lavender, pink, like I said, blonde, platinum with it shaved on the side,
Mhm.
platinum with it shaved on the side, brown. That was cool. So it was like brown on the sides, blonde on the top, like a faux hawk. I've had a lot. And then, prior to Big Brother, I went back to my OG. My OG in high school was like an auburn. So I went like a cherry red. And then obviously I was that on Big Brother, post Big Brother. And then, of course, for Big Brother All Stars, I was redhead Nicole. And I just like changing my hair in general. I get tired of things. I like to change it up. But also, it's kind of the closing of a chapter. You know how people change their hair after a breakup or something?
Mhm.
It's kind of like me not being pigeonholed as the redhead from Big Brother.
Yeah, I mean, I am just afraid of you coming in with like a black lipstick and then like the black eyeshadow and then you're gonna like put all your hair in front of your face and you're gonna be
Maybe
like, what? What do you
it's
want?
whatever the mood strikes me. If that's how I'm feeling, that's what I'm going with. But currently, I don't feel that way. I
I
don't
see
have on makeup today. I have on some mascara.
I see Chickadee in the TV Co app says, Nicole, it's a new beginning.
Yes, it really is. Life is a new start. We have our new plan that's going to be rolling out. Like I shared, I started therapy. So things are just like new. The ball is rolling and I like it.
And so now let me ask you this because you started therapy. So did the hair dye come before or after your first therapy session?
Thinking about it before, but obviously I dyed it after. I don't know. I think in speaking with my therapist and, focusing on just Nicole, I am just Nicole. And like I said, just Nicole prior to Big Brother was always changing her hair, and that's okay. Like I don't need to adhere to, okay, here she is, redhead.
I mean, I used to all the time dye my hair when I was in my 20s as well, which ended up being a big mistake the time that I, dyed it blonde in uh California and bleached my head in a hotel bathroom and then thought it was smart to go out into the sun and then just started pulling like just when you like wash your hair and then like all just clumps
So
of
you
your
burnt
hair
it.
just falling off. Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
That
not good.
that was the thing. I had blonde into platinum for maybe 2.5 years, and it just got to the point where I was like, why? The pain is not worth it. Like the bleach, I have such dark hair. The bleach would have to sit there for 40 minutes. It would start burning. Then on top of that was the toner, which had to sit there for like 15, 20 minutes, and that burned even worse. And
Mhm.
I just got to the point where I was like, I'm over it. I'm over sitting through this for hours. Like, I want to grow it out. And it took a long time to grow it out. This is probably the longest I've had it since like my first year of college.
Well, Nicole, I think that that can only lead to one thing.
Uh-oh.
I think that can only lead to we have to see where everybody else falls on
Okay.
your hair. So, I would like to know what chat likes better if well, okay, that was an easy one.
Wow.
Wow, it's not even struggling. There you go, in case you were wondering.
Well, guys, you don't have to say it just because it is black now. Like, I can take it. People have opinions. If you like the red better, good for you. That means, you liked it the
Mm,
way I've always had it.
Red is fighting back. Red
Are you
is
fighting?
fighting.
You have to remember,
Red.
too, it's also what you're used to. Sometimes people like the red because it's what they're used to. It's how they know you. Sometimes people like the black because it's different. And they're like, oh, good, she changed.
Yeah. And by the way, because I see Sergeant Sparkle over in Twitch is saying, how do you vote? You just type in your chat, either type red or type black, whichever one is your vote. It will update. We're working across all chats,
Yes.
everyone. We are working across all chats, so you can go ahead and put in your answer and it will register. It seems like black is
Wow.
clearly the winner.
Thanks, guys. I actually saw a few people message me on Twitter and say, Danny vibes. And I was like, that is a huge compliment because Danny, the season she had the black hair, I was like, oh my God, I love her. I want to emulate her if I ever go on Big Brother. And that's why my first season, I brought all like the muscle tees with the boob tubes or what they call bandeaus. Like I brought all those because that's like what she wore a lot. I'm like, I'm gonna channel my inner Danny. So when people say I look like her, I was like, okay, I don't think so. I think she's gorgeous, but thank you.
Yes, I will say it was Sergeant Sparkle over on, and I think I said that over on Twitch that wanted to know how we voted. I see people putting their votes in all over the place now. I see Jen on Twitch says black. Leanna Miller on Facebook is preferring black. Penny on Facebook is preferring black. Samantha thinks both look great. Samantha Kelly over on YouTube thinks both colors look great.
Thanks,
Mail
guys.
Mom on YouTube is saying both colors look great. Wow. I liked
I
red.
will say, because I see Vestal 86 in TV Go, black usually makes people look really pale, but you wear it great. That was the thing. Black is the one color I never dyed my hair because my mom was always afraid about the sink, dyeing the sink black.
Mhm.
But I was like, okay, I really want to do it black because I never had it black. I think it's going to look good, but I
Mhm.
may look extremely like pale, which is not a bad thing, but like maybe sickly because I don't wear makeup a lot. But I'm actually shocked at how much I do like it. Like I thought I'd like it, but I didn't think I'd be like, damn, it looks good. And here's the thing, disclaimer. We don't know how
Mhm.
this is gonna last. Like I may start washing it. It may start washing out. I may have like
Black
copper
doesn't
red. I don't know.
black it doesn't wash out. It does
We'll
not
see.
wash out black. I feel like black does not wash out. I see
I do swear.
Chris Bella in TV Co chat says voting that you look great in any color. Love the black though. So Chris
Oh,
Bella clearly a fan of the black in TV Co chat. And JP from New Jersey said red is gonna take Pennsylvania.
huh? And Zizi
J
said confident and beautiful. I will say I am like I'm feeling it. Like I'm
Mhm.
feeling my oats right now. Like I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Okay.
And I see over on YouTube we got yes the Donato hair dried tried to send it in, they wouldn't let it in, the Danny Donato hair color. Somebody said that to me the other day in chat. Now I don't like to I love how all I said is I wanted to be done with Big Brother and Big Brother drama and all of these things, and now I'm going to tell this story. So yesterday, or I forget where I was. Maybe we were doing something. We were somewhere. I forget. My point is, somebody said, "Oh my God, Nicole's hair is really giving me Danielle BB like 13 vibes or
Okay.
something. And I was like, Danielle Murphy? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, don't you dare ever
Why? She was a brunette.
compare my precious co-host to Danielle Murphy.
Why? Because she worked with Dan? Like, what's the issue here?
No, that's all I have to say. I just thought it was funny. I prefer Nicole Anthony over Danielle Murphy. That's all.
I actually just spoke to her the other day because she's supposed to be attending Hearts of Reality in December. That's exciting.
Cool, 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 cool. Cool.
What's happening? Next topic, please. I literally have no idea what's happening.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
You must not remember that season. No, I really did. I felt bad for her on the season. I did. I felt bad for her on the season. Anyway, I'm done with the topic. Sometimes you try things and they don't work. We're moving on. So I have to say, I want to go back a little bit. I know we're having fun on this show.
Yes.
And I know normally a Monday isn't really a day where we get into things, but I did see a bunch of people asking, more specifically about your therapy.
Oh, yes.
And here's a good start. So maybe I'll just start it this way. Is it something you plan on talking about on these shows? I think for people that are new or have not experienced the Hello Friends podcast or shows, which you can watch them all back, they don't know. We talk about everything. Get ready, everyone.
Yes.
Nicole and I both, I think, have maybe a little bit pent up resentment about things. Like, you're going to see us fight here. You're going to see us work through things. You're mostly going to see us laugh and have a good time here. But then there are also times when we get serious, like now, where I say, is it something that you're going to share with people, or is it something that you want to keep more private? I mean, I'm not saying I don't think anyone's expecting you to be like, today in therapy, I talked about this problem I have with this person and this and this and this. But I mean, I guess I don't even really know what I mean.
Well, before we do move forward, I do want to say that I agree with TV Code Chat. And if you want to move forward from Big Brother, I feel like you need to let go of your background.
Oh.
Like, you gotta let it go.
Okay. Go ahead.
And in regard to therapy, here's the thing. I will not be sharing, like, obviously specifics from therapy or what I talk about, because yes, I'm a very open person. I'm a very transparent person. However, there's things that you talk about in therapy that are, you're going to the therapist for a reason. There's things I've spoken to her about in my one time meeting her that I don't even talk to my sisters about, that I don't, you know what I mean? So it's a different level of comfort and openness. And it's like, I can be open about this because there is nobody listening. So I'm not going to be giving specifics, but what I will say is I want to talk, and share about maybe like examples of how to handle things. So if she gives me a tool, hey, try this, I would love to be like, guys, this is something I did. And obviously, like, I'm not like a medical professional in any way, shape, or form, but strategies. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be sitting here like, oh, let's diagnose people in chat. But if I'm like, oh, I was really anxious about something in general, one of the tactics she gave me is trying this. And I would like to share that because maybe there are things that would help, people who maybe can't afford therapy or are kind of hesitant about going. So yes, I'll be open about the tools and maybe some of the things I'm upset about, but not specific things that, I feel like should stay in that.
Yeah, I think that's normal, and I think everyone would expect that of you. Lost and can cruise over in the TV Code chat says the best Nicole is a happy and mentally fit Nicole, self-care and self-love for the win.
I love that, and I guess maybe I will share more than I thought, but I think what amazed me, and I've only attended one.
I love new therapy people. Go ahead.
What amazed me was how transparent I was, which I guess I am always transparent for the most part with everybody, but I was shocked how much I was very open
Mhm.
about. And also, it's weird how sometimes you don't think things affect you until somebody who doesn't have a stake in it asks you about it. So
Right.
my therapist is not a family member, is not a friend, is not a coworker, is not um, Big Brother production, is not in the BB realm, is not a fan of Big Brother, is not on Twitter. Like it's not somebody where I need to be like, oh gosh, what are you gonna
Yeah.
report back and sort of cause drama and like it's just. And I was shocked at in being open with her how
Mhm.
many things are bothering me or that I haven't processed. Like I knew I didn't process things, but actually talking it out and the person's like, "Well, what do you mean?" You're like, "Oh, damn. I guess that does bother me." And I never thought that. So it was very exhausting. I'll admit
Yeah.
that. It was like a
Um,
2 hour session. I was tired.
no, I get it. Blah 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 self-growth. Here's what I want to know. How much of the time did you talk about me?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yes.
In my first session,
Yeah.
barely.
Oh, I was hoping for zero. That's not good. That means we got
Barely. You were
issues.
like, I referenced you maybe like twice.
But just like, oh, I do a show with this person?
Yes.
That's a win. That means you got no issues with me because you
Well,
didn't bring me up in your
there's
first
there's
session of
different
therapy.
there is different spheres. There is, different spheres of life. And in my one session that I've gone, we started at the root of why I wanted to proceed with therapy, which is no big secret. It's Big Brother.
Mhm.
Um, so it was a lot of Big Brother talk, a lot of
Yeah.
discussing, the experience, especially last season, the experience
Yeah.
with fellow house guests in the house, outside the house, and it was a lot of that.
Yeah. No, I get it. I think that's great. And I like that. I like the approach of you keep therapy private, but if there's any tools that you think are great or things that could help other people that work for you, sure, I say share away.
Absolutely, I agree.
Just don't be one of those people that and look, I think everyone that watches this show knows that we are all for mental health awareness and all around being good to yourself and mental health. Just, I think my main tip, or as someone who's been, I feel like, in therapy for 20 years, I think the best advice ever is you have to be honest with your
Yep.
therapist.
Yep.
You have to be like honest with yourself. And I think you can't use therapy as an excuse, which was what was going to be my comment of, don't be one of those people who are like, yeah, I can't do that because, my therapist told me
Nope.
I have to work on
I
my
would never.
boundaries, or I can't do that because my therapist said,
Because then that's counterintuitive because the whole
correct.
point of therapy is to, well, for me specifically, is to become more independent and more assertive. And that would be counterintuitive for me to be like, oh, it's not me speaking, it's my therapist speaking. That's me falling into a habit that I don't want to fall into. But going in the vein of like being open and honest,
Mhm.
again, I am very open and transparent with all of you, but again, sitting in a room with somebody where there's no stake and it's confidential, I did have a few moments here and there where I'd be like, oh gosh, like I feel bad to say this about this person, or I feel bad to share this. And she'd be like, just do it. And I would do it. And it was such a release to just get it
Yeah.
off my chest.
No, it's so true. I think that is absolutely wonderful. I have been, so supportive of this. I mean, yes, again, mental health and you being a better person, amazing. Also, for me, 1 hour that you are not allowed to contact me. Oh, it's like Christmas. I'm like, is it therapy? Every day I text Nicole in the morning and go, is today therapy day? And she's like, nope. And I'm like, oh, great, too,
Well,
for
I feel that
this
way too
day.
because like I enjoyed it, so I was like, oh, I can't wait for next week.
I the last therapist that I went to was the best therapist I ever had. Like I loved her. Oh, she was so great. She did things like dream analysis.
Wow.
Like I would tell her like the things that I like dreamt about, and she would kind of tell me a little bit what that meant. She did like the ink blot test with me to like see like what I was seeing and what,
I hate those tests.
I hate them too, but I thought it was very interesting. She just did different things. It was like I've been in
Do you
therapy for
always
20
see a
years.
certain theme in all of those?
As I think a lot of people are aware, I don't see anything.
Really?
It's the thing where I don't have an imagination. This has
I
always been my
always
problem.
I always see something horrifying, like a
Well,
demon or
that's
a
the point.
bird or a beetle, or I see something sexual. So I don't know what that says about me. I guess I have hangups, but like that's always what I see. It's always something scary or inappropriate.
You're totally thinking of that one that they always show whenever they reference it, where it almost looks like a heart with like the horn, like the little
Yes.
side. Yeah, so people see demon face or heart or lady flowers.
It's
Um,
always a
yeah,
vagina or a skull of like a bird.
yeah. Well, that's literally the point. The point is, what are you thinking about that you don't realize you're thinking about? And for me, we've learned that I got nothing going on upstairs.
Oh gosh,
Because
no,
I'm
I
like,
don't
don't
think
see anything. Looks like black ink on a page. No, but do you see a
keep
shape?
telling
Yeah,
us.
an inky.
Vagina skull bird.
Yep, you love vagina skullbirds.
No.
Don't know what
Ew.
that's about. Michelle says because you don't sleep. Never any time. Nicole is thinking about American Horror Story with demons and sex. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Maybe I'm channeling this dark.
I hope that you can deflect a lot of your questions in their direction. I'm all about friends and family day. When you get to the point of therapy where, they'll be like, okay, Nicole, so maybe you're falling in, you're getting a little complacent, like we're not sure. Maybe, you bring somebody in that's in your real life. So now I can see how they gauge the things that you're telling me. And then you can bring me in and then like you'll say something. I'll be like, oh, that's not true. And then by the end of that therapy session, we hate each other because you're like, you see me though? Why didn't you act back? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, we don't have to worry about that. We have the podcast. We do that here already.
We really do, because the utmost thing is communication. I think this podcast
Mhm.
obviously gives you and I the opportunity to do it, because if we're frustrated with each other and then we have to go live, guess what? It's gonna come out and we're gonna hash it out. But what's amazing about therapy is you're basically conversing with yourself. It's conversations that you need to have with yourself, but like for some reason
Yeah.
can't, or some reason don't.
Yeah, 100%. I see Chris Bella in TV Co chat says it's great to get the message to get self-care, to take care of yourself. We of course agree and love it. Um I uh I I always see boobs when I go on the internet. I don't need one of those ink tests, says JP.
Oh, JP, what kind of sites you on?
What kind of sites are you on Indeed? But I mean, it hasn't been, I feel like, for us recently. It's so weird to get back into the podcast, and it almost makes me want to hold off until next Monday, the 23rd,
Yes,
where we
not
are,
today.
yeah,
23rd's
not
not today.
today.
I was wondering.
We were specifically holding a lot of the stories. I feel like we haven't had a right proper podcast show. We haven't filled anybody in on how we lied to them for 2 months.
I know the right before, the eviction, the after, the
Though,
outback.
though, when I told you to put location services on your phone so I could track where you were,
I know not what you're talking about.
I'm just saying in general, I said, hey, make sure you share your location with me in
Yep.
case someone ever takes your phone. I'll know where they took your phone from you.
Hmm. Oh, we
Because
should so visit that location.
we should.
I I
Uh,
listen. Let's go down a path right now. So, as you guys know, Sequester this year was not a hotel room like it's been in the
no.
past. It was an actual house,
Hmm.
and I enjoyed playing house. I enjoyed pretending. I mean, granted, I had a PA living with me, but I enjoyed pretending that like I owned it or was renting it, and I'm just like, here's Nicole in her like house,
Can we
and I
shout
really
out
enjoyed
the
it.
maybe not. Forget it. I was gonna say, can we shout them? We'll just say shout out Nicole's PA.
Yes, shout
We
out.
we love them, but I don't know if they're
Yes,
gonna want that no. So go ahead.
no, but I really enjoyed like I shouldn't say playing house because responsibilities are a lot and they can be a lot. But it was nice to like, oh, this is dirty. I'm gonna do the dishes right now and I'm gonna cook right now. What do you want for dinner? Like, I don't know. It was cool.
The only thing that I hated about that experience is that I didn't have the ability to call you every 5 minutes when you were doing those things with questions. Just imagine if when you were washing the dishes, I called you and went, "Hey, Nicole, what are you doing? Oh, you washing dishes? Okay, so I just
But
had an idea. Are you at your computer? Can you go to your computer really quick? I just want to show you something. Do you have that email? Can you pull up the email right now? Oh, are you washing dishes? All right, it doesn't really, but I mean, yeah, could
I
you just
didn't
do
have
it right now really
access to
quick?"
a computer, so that's not valid. But I think it'd be so wouldn't that be cool that you called me and I was like, yeah, come over my place. That's so cool.
I would
Oh,
just be
right.
happy if you said, "I want to come over your place. I'm driving there."
Well, that's the thing. On that thread, car, apartment.
Uh-huh.
That's where I'm at right now. And my therapist is going to help me, work through how to maybe make that choice slash choices and whatnot. So I'm excited for that too.
I am very excited for that too. And I see a question in the TV Code chat from Lefty's Ambition.
Hello,
And
Lefty.
and Lefty wants to know, Nicole.
Okay.
Did you make her eat Lucky Charms your way?
I did not. I didn't want her to think I was weird. So like I did get Lucky Charms and I did eat them, but I kind of I didn't say anything about the order. No, I was like
Well,
because I was living with just her, like us alone, like we just met. I'm like I don't want her to think I'm like a sociopath. you know, what I mean?
well, this
Like this is the way I eat the marshmallows.
Yeah, 100%. But I feel like this brings up a good question, Nicole. People know that
Okay.
you love Lucky Charms. If
Yes.
they go to your TV Co Hangout shows that you do late at night, they know that you are a fan of several
Yes.
snacks, which is why I thought that maybe if you were a little bit confused, if you weren't sure what kind of snack that you would want, I thought that maybe chat could help you out for the
Okay.
next show in picking what you should eat. Because if you
Okay.
guys don't know, a sugared up Nicole is truly the best Nicole. Sugar to her is clearly a drug. I mean, sugar is a drug, but I feel like for her, it's exceptionally a drug.
But I feel like it's a short window of time. There's like that hyper segment, and then it
Mhm.
fizzles out.
I feel like you've been on a good sugar lately. Anyway, here's my point, Nicole. I wanted to test out one of our
What does that
new.
even mean?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to pull up the next thing.
Okay.
And it's what snack should Nicole eat? Now, look, here's the thing, everybody. I'm just kind of testing out the poll, and I
Yes.
want to see if we got it working because I had a little issue during the Enzo show with the
And they
poll. So
have to
it's
hashtag, correct?
you gotta hashtag.
You have to
So,
put the hashtag in front.
what? Yes, you have
Yes.
to. And
Hmm.
there's no spaces. So it's either hashtag Lucky Charms, hashtag Ding Dongs, hashtag ice cream, or hashtag chips. And of
And does
course,
does capitalization count?
I do not believe it does.
Okay. Okay.
I do not believe it does.
I got you.
So that's why I kind of just wanted to test it out and see if I got the polls working because we had so much fun with it last time.
Hmm.
So let me see, because now I know people are doing it. So
Okay.
it is
Is
working
it?
and
Uh-oh.
it's updating in real time.
We're
Well,
liking the ding dongs.
it's because you are a ding dong.
You're a ding dong.
No, you're a ding dong. Let's see. Ooh, ding dongs are really taking
Ice
a.
creams. Runner up.
It is a runner-up. Now, oh, okay, so it just changed again, right? I feel like my eyes are like, oh, did it? It did, because it
See,
was just 30 and it went to 31. I'm seeing like how quickly it's updating, and now it went
oh,
down to
Chips and Lucky
29.
Charms are tied. I was gonna say Lucky Charms are the best. That's why they came in third.
Hmm.
But now they're tied.
Now they are tied. I am honest to God, I have to say, I am
Rest.
floored that
Floored.
people are not picking Lucky Charms for you.
I feel like it's because number one, people have seen me eat Lucky Charms a lot.
Uh-huh.
And number two, I think a lot of people don't know what a ding dong is and it sounds funny.
Oh, you think people are saying ding dong because they think we're literally talking about a ding dong?
No, that's not what I mean, Eric. I'm
Oh,
just
that is what I mean now that you've said it, and I think that's exactly what it is. A chocolatey ding dong. All right, well, we can check back on it. We can check back on that. By the way, I saw somebody also asked what was happening with the meter, which I see is also still on black. So black seems to be everyone is on board with your.
it's the
I will
sweater.
check back in. Again, you guys can feel free to leave the comments wherever you want.
It's all
And
black.
we will keep getting them updated. I see JP says Ding Dong was my nickname in high school. Why is that so funny?
Uh,
I'm torn as to why you what
because my mom always calls me one. If I do something stupid, she's like, "Oh, you're such a ding dong."
that's crazy. Nicole and I found Nicole and I found out another interesting coincidence earlier today that we both thought was very funny.
We did.
We both found out that for forever we've been calling like something that's weird the same name.
That was weird and completely unrelated. There was no way for us to know what the other person would have called it, or it was weird.
It was a very, very weird
Do you,
situation. What?
do you think it's some kind of co-host telepathy that we've created or established or developed?
It's possible. I mean, it is very possible. So, for example, for the people that are confused right now, so let's say, what is that thing? Oh, Karen is a perfect example. So, you know
Yes.
how people will call like the people that are complaining or can I see the manager? They'll call those people Karens.
Yes.
So, Nicole and I were having a conversation earlier today, and I was like, oh, yeah, my friends and I always call like the person, let's say, a John.
And
And
I was
Nicole
like,
was
oh my
like,
gosh, I call that kind of person like a John too. And
and
it
we
was
just,
not like a general name, it was a very obscure name.
right,
Very
right.
weird. To which
And
TV Co chat wants to know, do you say Cindy Lauper too? Is that
no,
what we
it's
found
Cindy
out?
Lauper, not Lauper, but you do that with your balls and all of that. I don't mean with your balls. I'm just saying ball is one. I'm not saying you have balls. Oh my geez. Look, I'm saying ball is one of the ones you do. Who did you used to do it with all season two? Cody? No, I
Uh,
used to do it all the time when we were in the car. Whose name on the cast did you say that I? Oh, no, Paul. Not on your cast.
cool.
Anytime you would mention this is literally Nicole and I in on a car ride. I'll be like, so Nicole, how do you think that Paul would handle this scenario if he was playing this season? I know that you think that Enzo is doing great, but sometimes I just wonder what Paul would think about what is going on in the
But you know
house
what's
right now
funny?
since he's
I
revealed to
don't
play.
notice I do it, and you'll call me out. Like if I'm like, oh, I went and checked the drawer, you're like, drawer.
The thing is, we live right next to each other, and I don't talk like that.
What was that? That you just said, I don't talk like that. That was a different accent too. I don't talk like that.
I don't talk like that. I mean, you're right. I spent every summer in Texas. Maybe that influenced me more. But I
I
have
think
to
it did.
say, my
Lost,
hubs
like,
doesn't.
like that's a good one too. Lost. You lost your drawer.
I lost.
Lost.
I just don't get it. I don't get how you have such like a New York accent, especially since I don't think many people in your family do either.
No, I agree with Courtney. Your parents speak differently than my parents do. I think my parents have especially my dad has a very thick.
I think your dad does, but I don't feel like your sisters do.
Really?
Really.
So I'm just like extra.
I think you're the only one that walks around like ball, draw, door.
I don't know why I do it. I don't. Maybe it's a personality trait or something.
And I don't mean to throw this in
But
your face.
keep this in mind. It has gotten worse.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got better with articulating when I worked at the preschool because obviously you're not going to say, "Oh, do you want water?" Like you catch yourself. It's like, "Oh, do you want water?" So maybe that's why too, because they're always at the preschool. You learn to like articulate because obviously the kids are learning speech.
Yeah. I was gonna say, plus with you being an English, major and stuff like that, I would think that enunciation, but I guess English is more about reading and books than
Well,
enunciation.
there's a difference between like formal written English and slang. You know what I mean? Like if I need to, if I'm teaching English, I'm not gonna be like, "Okay, kids, let's say dog."
Hmm.
You know what I mean? If I'm teaching literacy, I would say dog.
I don't I'm so confused. I don't know if Miranda some people, with Facebook, Nicole, you can kind of start the show from the beginning. Like if they missed getting in on the show in the beginning,
Okay.
they can jump in
Yeah.
at any time. So I don't know if maybe Miranda is a bit behind, but she just said this also means Eric gets an hour or two free a week now. So maybe
He
she's a
does.
little bit on a delay over there in
You
the
miss her.
Facebook, over in the Facebook chat.
Perfect example.
But
Chris Bella is saying you have your teacher voice. And that's very true. This is Nicole speaking. When I am, let's say, at the high school level, I speak very differently. Whereas at the preschool, I speak very differently.
mhm.
I'm trying to think, like, I wish I could have like a clip of me at the preschool because my voice is very different.
Is it? We'll do it. Go.
Um, like like if I was gonna sing like the days of the week, I'd be like the hello song. I'd be like, all
Do
right, everybody, here we are together. Say hello. Oh my gosh, good job. This is so exciting. John, do you want to come up here first? Can you put the number on the excellent job? Good job. Today is the second.
that moment you realize that's how Nicole talks to you all the time, not on the show.
Like that's just like, oh, did you open your snack? How many pretzels did you have? That is super cool. Your mommy is so nice. I wish I had special snacks. That's just the way it is.
You're blowing my mind right now. I don't really know how to process this.
That's just it. Like that's just like,
This is
all right,
literally
everybody,
how you
oh
talk to
my
me,
god, it
not
is potty time. It's potty time. It's potty time. Did you wash your hands? Like it's a different part of the brain. Like it's compartmentalized. Whereas on Big Brother, if you cross me, I'm gonna call a fucking house meeting right now. Don't play with me. It's very different.
you just made more work for yourself. Now you have to check the explicit box on iTunes.
Obviously, there's a difference. Like that goes back to the whole like when people are like, "Oh my gosh, you curse." Yeah, not at the preschool, obviously, because you have the different compartments.
I do think it's
How you,
funny.
yeah, how you speak during a show is different from how you speak to your friends versus how you speak to coworkers versus how you speak to your boss. Everybody does it.
I think it is hysterical. I think it is hysterical when people think that you don't curse or you don't stand up for yourself or you don't do the I'm like, do you people know her? Like the people who say these things have to only exist in this microcosm where they're only looking at gifs of you on Twitter.
Yeah, because even it's not even like oh, Big Brother hardened her and made her find her voice. No, I just got comfortable as Big Brother went on and more of my true self came out because
Right.
prior to Big Brother, I've disagreed with people at the collegiate level. I've disagreed with people at the workplace. I've gotten slapped on the wrist for speaking my mind about certain things. I I'm not I don't consider myself passive. I can be passive. I can be a people pleaser. But if you cross me in regard to like, I don't know, work or family. Like petty drama doesn't bother me, but if it's drama that like affects my life, like you're gonna hear from me.
Right. Right. 100%. JP from New Jersey does have a very good question. Nicole, he
Okay.
says, Eric, how many stars do you get for doing a good job?
How many?
You've never given me stars.
But if you're enjoying this podcast, leave 5 stars. Can you count to 5? Great job.
He's from New Jersey, so probably not. Here's the thing. What is the thing that I saw? Oh, somebody like tagged me in this comment the other day, or like 1 or 2 days ago on Twitter, and it was this whole thing, and I was seriously like, this cannot be real. Like, I'm concerned for people that watch a show and see something. So it was something like, I watched the intro of the Eric and Nicole show, and he like the intro wasn't right, or he forgot the intro, and he told Nicole to shut up and get over it.
No, because remember we made the error and I wasn't in
Yes, I'm aware. Well, when I made the error.
We're in this together.
Yes,
but yes,
I'm aware.
made the error, and the person took it as you
Mhm.
like leaving me out on purpose, and then
They were like, her eyes swelled up with tears. Look, here's all I want to say. I just want to take the comment, and I half think this is people just baiting me to put out the clips that I don't post, because I so badly wanted to take that comment and like show it first, like have the little like Donna, 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 and then like show the comment and then have it cut to Nicole having me in a headlock, Nicole throwing me on the ground, Nicole being like, what are you doing? That's my piece of pizza. And like throwing it in my face. Like, I love the people that think like you're this innocent little thing that can't make ads or anything. You're pulling it off really well.
who
She
me?
hates me.
No, that's what's so interesting to me is yes, like you bust my balls on the show, and I do it to you as well, and
It's
you
like the
like to
point of
see.
the show.
Yeah, like that's our hello friends dynamic. That's the way it is.
Yes.
However, if you ever did cross a line, let's say when you and I weren't getting along during the April Fool's episode,
Oh
I will
yeah.
let you. If something happens on Twitter, like I accidentally don't understand what teabagging is, and it becomes a thing, I will get mad at you and I will voice that. So,
That's such
it's
a good
sometimes
point.
yeah.
I never thought of that. Go back and listen to the April Fool's show, or listen to the teabagging show if you think Nicole doesn't stand up for herself or say when she's upset or mad or whatever. She scares me.
I just like there like I can bust chops and laugh about stuff, but if something crosses a line, like you'll see it in my face, and most of the time I verbally say it, or just like no, we're
Yeah.
not doing that, or
Yeah.
new topic, please. Like I don't.
Well,
It's a very interesting comment because I was shocked.
I find it hysterical, but I know I probably shouldn't say that because then I just encourage more of them. But then sometimes I do need a good laugh, and they are maybe, but whatever. I don't think that like, yes, if you're really upset about something, I think 100% you do that. But I love how it's like, I want to be done talking about Big Brother, and then I keep referencing Big Brother things. But I call it you house meeting now for people. I knew anybody that watched Big Brother along with me this summer while you were still in there, and it was, is Nicole going to do a house meeting? Nah. And like everybody was speculating, except the people that came to this show where I went, she's not doing the house meeting, everyone. Let me tell you, Nicole 101. When Nicole wants to do something, she does it right away. When Nicole doesn't want to do something, she does this one. Yeah, maybe a house meeting. Yeah, maybe. Let me think about it. I'm going to sleep on it. Yes, Eric, that's a great idea. New graphics. Let me just sleep on it. And she hopes she'll forget, but I don't forget. I'll remember.
But that's the thing. If I want to do something, I will, and if I don't, best believe I wouldn't.
No, I know. That's why I think it's so funny when people make comments like that. It legitimately cracks me up, which is good. And I know it's supposed to do the opposite, but I find it hysterical. Um,
Zest in the TV chat wants you to know that they want to see me putting you in a headlock, which there's more to that story. I forget what it was that you took from me, whether it be my phone or something, and I was
nope.
trying to get it back, and you wouldn't give it to me.
Nope.
So I put my arm around you to reach for it, and you were like, "Oh, you're choking me."
That's an interesting version of the story, but go ahead.
There's nothing else to it. That's it, yo.
You're aware I have proof, right?
I don't think you do.
Okay.
I really don't think you do.
So while I'm whittling that up right.
Whittling.
Oh, looky here. Oh, let's look. Oh,
What?
we have a headlock happening. We have a little head. Oh, look, she thinks it's funny. She's gonna lean back to cut off more of
No,
the
I
oxygen.
was hugging you.
Oh, that was a hug around my neck, real tight. Well, she leaned backwards. Fun times with Nicole. Just black hair, everyone. Now it's gonna get worse. That's
In
why
that
I'm
video, I
scared.
was a redhead.
I know you were a redhead, which is why I say now that you have black hair, I'm afraid it's
I'll be
gonna get
nicer to you
worse. Why would you be nicer with black?
because now I matched your soul. So like, we're connected. My hair is like your black heart.
Cold black heart. That's what my hubs would always say to me. He would always say,
Your
"You
wrist.
melt.
Oh, nice.
You have to melt your cold black heart." Redheads are unpredictable, says Lake Planet Effects. I have to say, until Nicole Anthony, but she really is the exception to the rule. Redheads always scared me, but Nicole never really scared me, and I do think the reason why is because you weren't really a redhead.
Nope, I'm a fraud.
You're a fraud.
Which is funny too, because people, shocker, people aren't born with fire engine red hair. People aren't born with fuchsia hair. So it made me laugh. People be like, "Wait, that's not your natural color?" And I'm like, "No." Like people are born with red hair, which is more like an orange, like ginger. But I'm a brunette.
I see that ZZ over in chat says, talking about yo, um it was fun seeing you guys with Enzo. You were all great together. What is the follow-up? I know you've talked to Enzo once or twice since the show the other day. What did he say? Did he love me? Did he think I was great? What did he say about me?
He loves you. He was like when he texts me, he goes, "Nicole, A." It's a whole bunch of A's, and then he'll ask me a question. He'll be like, "Tell Eric I said hello. He's a cool guy, yo."
Cool guy, yo. I do. I like Enzo cracks me up.
You just told me to say hello to you. Oh, Sam.
Oh, hi, Sam. Lefty in TV Code Chat wants to know, does this mean you're going to be rocking your leather jacket more?
Lefty. Lefty, lefty, lefty. Wow. It's like we
she.
set this up prior. Are you guys ready? It's not my leather coat, but I got my coat out and it's right next to me, so I feel like I should just put it on. This is the coat that I'm going to be rocking. Look what I found. I'm trying to put it on. What? Don't give me that look. Wait. Hold on, my arm's stuck. How do you like these apples? Look at it. Like, what? It's like a money coat. What does it even mean?
Do you know who Peggy Bundy is? Because number one, if you would have kept the red hair, that's exactly who you would have looked like. Or it looks like you murdered Oscar the Grouch and Big Bird and whittled them together into a nice little shawl.
Well, I promise me and Lefty didn't set this up, but thank you, Lefty, for the perfect transition because I wanted an excuse to take out this coat.
Okay, I do have to remind the podcast listeners who are listening to this in the future, of course, you can see the video version wherever you watch your video shows or come on over into the TV Co app and watch it there. But basically, it literally is like a furry green collar with some sort of a faux cheetah print. It's an assault on the eyes is what it is.
I needed to get a picture of it and put it on my gram.
But but why? Did you pay money for this, or is
I
it from?
did.
Oh boy,
I bought it a couple of years ago on a whim, and then I never wore it because I was like, oh my god, it's atrocious. So now I just find it really funny, and I
from a
just found
thrift
it today.
store?
Weapon?
From a thrift store, you bought it.
No. In my
That
defense, this wasn't like as orange in the ad. This was more of a brown, and this wasn't bright freaking green. It was like a forest green. I'm like, oh, that looks so pretty. And then I got it, and I was like, oh my god, I feel like the Monopoly man or like a pimp.
I
Yeah,
really
it's
need
very.
you.
It reminds me of the Dollar Tree, like the green with the brown. Oh my god, it's like a representation of Dollar Tree. If Dollar Tree were a person, here she is.
That is actually what Lefty said in the chat. Question.
Me and Lefty have like telepathy tonight.
I need to know the store that sold this jacket so I never buy from it.
It wasn't a store. It was my go-to location.
So it's a
That
thrift
sounds
store.
really sketchy. Hold on.
It
That
looks like
sounds
an outfit you would wear on the corner of your
no.
go-to location faux show.
Jack got it. Courtney and Zizi, Amazon.
Oh.
Like I said, I should go find the ad, like the picture. It was so different. I've tried to remove the hood because it's such a cheesy green, but I can't remove it. Like it's such a cheesy color. I know, believe me, I'm aware of what it looks like. But now I just find it really funny.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna die on this hill. What was the thought process? Like you strolled onto Amazon that day and went, I know what I need. Cheetah
I
print with green fur trim.
uh I just explained this. I was buying fur coats for winter. I love animal prints, fake obviously. I have nothing real fur because I don't believe in that. But again, it was a darker brown, and this was like a dark, like forest greenish blue, and it looked a lot better pictured. And then when I got it, I'm like, oh, this is very, with all due respect, cheap, awkward colors. Like this is something. But then I just couldn't return it because I thought it was quite hysterical.
Amazon has a great return policy. Also, this was a
Do
time
you
when you were
hate it this much?
teaching.
Because then I'm wearing it every time we go out.
I don't know that I could go anywhere with you if you wore that jacket.
Oh, I'm wearing it next time we go out, baby.
No,
No,
nope.
now I'm being stubborn. Now I refuse to take it off because I know how much you and chat don't like it. So now it's like I'm owning it.
I don't know how I feel about it. I see
I don't
Maddie
know how I feel
says,
about it either. I'm aware of what it looks like. It's like, I don't know. It's like a Halloween costume. I don't know what it is.
Courtney in TV Co Chat says, Eric, buy her some RIT dye for it. Yeah, you could just dye it all one color. You just dye it all one color, so it's not so hit. You could just just have like a black fur coat. Yeah, why don't you just do that? Just dye it with.
Just call me crazy, but I like the green. Vestal's feeling it.
I'm sorry. Who said that?
Vestal.
And delete it. No, totally
No.
totally kidding.
Wow. Wait. If we can get a meter, perhaps. If not, that's all right.
I wish you understood the way meters work. No, we can't. It's not there's some magic meter waiting.
It's overwhelming. No.
I will create a meter while you discuss, though. I will create one.
If I take off my glasses.
And now what are we having? What now? Here's the thing. Nobody can cheat. You can't say
Look how green. Look.
you can't put your answers in ahead of time. What
so green. Isn't that cool?
It's the coolest. Can you tell me what we're voting for our final vote? If we like it or not.
It's leaking fur. I would say yes or no, like or dislike, or green or no green.
How about if we did like love it or hate it?
Someone in chat said I look sexy with this coat. Thank you to that person.
Okay.
This is where Nicole. This is what I become post Big Brother.
So I think we're going to go with if it is a love it or a hate it, I feel like is the way to go with it.
I just wish maybe if it didn't have this. Like if it didn't have the green, maybe it wouldn't be as obnoxious.
Well, yeah, but I mean I'm sure you can do that. So I will pull it over. So
better?
No. Okay. We are officially live. Hate, it's either love or hate. That's what you're all doing. You're either typing love or hate. Love, because I was stupid, is blue, and hate is red. I should have made love red, but
No, I think it should be red because hate is bad and red is bad.
yeah. Okay, well, so far it's a little bit in the middle.
All right, so mixed reviews. I like it. It's controversial.
I don't know that it's right. I wouldn't really
Makes
call
you
it mixed
think. Makes you
reviews.
do a double take. It's like, do I like it? I am what I am. I'm quirky Nicole. I'm wearing this coat. Own it.
Do you though? Do you do okay? I mean, if you look, here's the thing. If you're
I
happy
need to
with
see it
it,
full length,
you need to see it full length.
like in a mirror. Or I think I'm gonna do a gram picture tomorrow. I'm gonna be like outside, like just in my coat, like sup.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like it's not pure hate. Like I feel the meter is teetering. Like sure, it's leaning towards hate, but I wouldn't say that's overwhelming disgust for the jacket that I feel
Because
looking
heck,
at
it's
it.
confidence. You know, you gotta own it. I'm owning this right now.
You
Here's a
gotta
pose.
own it in the moment. You own it. You never know. Okay, we
I'm
can't sing.
posing it. Do you like it?
I think it is great. I think this is all wonderful. I think this all went as good as we could have expected for it being the wrong day and having to change our plan 10 minutes before.
Sorry.
But it's fine. It is fine. I just love that we're back. I love that we are back. I love that we
Oh,
are together again, that we are back on 5 nights a week, buddy.
question. Yo in the chat wants to know, did Ding Dongs win?
Did Ding Dongs win? I guess. Let's see if Ding Dongs won. What do you think?
I think Chips suddenly took the lead.
You think Chips suddenly took the lead?
Yes.
You final answer? You locking it in?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I will let you know. Chips did not take the lead.
Ice cream.
It has tied, and it tied with Lucky Charms at 11%. Ding Dongs remained at 47%, and ice cream was at 32%.
Okay, so you can catch me after the show in my jacket eating a ding dong.
Or you could catch her on the corner eating a ding dong, probably too, wearing the same jacket. That's all I got, friends.
That's why I took off the coat to say it.
Oh, you were smart. You did not want any screen grabs of you
Nope.
saying that with
No
it on.
capturing of that moment.
Gotcha. Okay. So, we thank you all. We thank you all for joining us back here today on a little late night Hello Friends podcast recording show. Of course, we will be back tomorrow and every single weekday. And then it is next Monday that we are starting
23rd.
the 23rd, which is not this week,
Nope.
is when we're going to start more with a new plan of shows. And to explain it a little more, it's going to be very, let's say, a more structured but also loose type of a format. In other words, Mondays will be a certain type of a show, as will Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. You will be involved in all of the shows as you watch them live in several different ways. Yes, we hear that you on holiday shows. Those are all a part of it as well. Look, thanks to Nicole reminding me, I'm in the holiday mood over here already.
Oh, I have a new background. It's a
prostitute. So we will all, which is good for the holidays too.
Stop.
What? You got to make some extra money during the holidays.
No, not appropriate. Nope. And Courtney is here asking about my sweater. This sweater is also from Amazon. When in doubt, search Amazon, and I'll sit up a little bit so you can see it. It's like distressed. We got some peach, some blue, some red, some, I'm afraid to lift it up too much, some yellow.
How about this? How about this?
It's a colorful, distressed sweater for those interested and wondering.
Yeah, and here's a fun thing. If you guys like Nicole's outfit, you should tweet it to her and ask her on social media, and she can answer you there because I hate promoting Amazon. So they pay us
Oh,
nothing and
Amazon.
actively screw us. Forget about us. They are horrible to their employees. They let no one take off for COVID. They fire you if you get it. They're the worst.
But they have Prime delivery. Am I right?
Look,
I
I'm
need to
excited.
stop. I need to calm down.
I'm excited for tomorrow. We will be back here.
Not the 24th, the 17th.
Correct. And what we want to know from everyone, we're going to do it, I believe, a little bit earlier tomorrow. Now, this was an 8 p.m. show.
Mhm.
I thought that tomorrow we were going to try a 6 o'clock, and I mean a 7 o'clock, and then we were
Okay.
going to try a 6 o'clock, and then we were going to see what people liked better. What
Okay.
time slot do you guys like better for shows 6, 7, or 8? But also stay tuned. It'll be tomorrow's poll.
Yes, I like the sound of that.
And I do see a lot of people already in chat is saying that they love that they love they seem to love a 7 or an 8. No one really
I think
seems to be on board with 6. That's interesting.
we've seen a lot of 7s.
And then I guess we should have been clear that we meant Eastern. But look, this is all fun things that we will talk about
Yes.
tomorrow.
Mhm.
And no, I was
And
going to say what?
I was going to say, if you have any questions for us that you want us to address tomorrow, yes, you can write them in the chat during the live show, in any of the chats, or you can tweet us using the hashtags TVCoLive and Hello Friends.
Or you can send us an email over at the Hello Friends Pod website. If when we get enough things in the mailbag, there is no possible way for us to go through all of the questions during one of these shows live. The best way for you to get your question asked is to tweet them at us, or like we said, to email them to us over through the website, because then we have them before the show and we can make them part of the show, not on the fly.
Love it.
I mean, we do both. We bring up things live during the show, but sometimes it's nice to have one or two little ditties before too, and then it kind of helps us shape where we want to go, or where we want to drive conversations.
About Jack Diane.
But then again, if it wasn't for chat and the spontaneity, we may never would have seen that hideous jacket. So.
Yeah.
This is a week of learning, finding out what you all want before we implement the new structure of Hello Friends next week.
It's exciting.
Which is not today.
Not today.
No.
Artwork too. I'm excited for everybody to see that.
I am very excited for everyone to see the artwork. So we will see you guys all here tomorrow. Make sure that you turn in. I have a feeling tomorrow there will be some hot topics that we discuss.
Hot topics.
I know what they're going to be. We'll see you guys all on that show. Bye for now, everybody. Unless you have any final thoughts, Nicole.
Yeah, my final thought.
I didn't say you were allowed to talk. Show's over.
What do you mean? What do you mean you know the topics are? I need to be prepped.
Bye, everybody. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And we